I do two kinds of research. That's tobacco research and research in the area of cardiovascular health. The tobacco research, I'm mostly known for doing tobacco-related kind of research. Okay, so this is how the two converges. First, tobacco is, of course, is the #1 killer in the country. It's the leading preventable cause of death and diseases in the country as well as worldwide. And as part of tobacco, tobacco is also the leading cause of cardiovascular diseases. So that's where there is the intersection between my tobacco research and cardiovascular diseases as a second aspect of my research. But with respect to the tobacco research, I've been doing tobacco research since 2004, 2005 as a graduate student, all the way through postdoc at University of California at San Francisco, and to my current position at ETSU. So what I do is in a way I do all levels of tobacco policy research and all levels of tobacco control work. So globally I've been doing kind of tobacco related issues pertaining to issues of governance, and specifically concerning the WHO Framework Convention on Tobacco Control. So I've been doing that kind of research. I've also been doing other international kind of research, and specifically focus on Africa. And in this case, I've been looking at issues of prevalence of tobacco use in countries, including areas such as Madagascar, as well as tobacco control policies across the region. And in this kind of research pertaining to Africa, there was I currently have a collaborative grant through the National Academy of Sciences with the University of Makerere University in Uganda, and other collaborator is the Center for Tobacco Control in Africa. So I do, and that research is more about trying to find linkages between tobacco use and TB, and how we can use SMS, which is more or less like text messages, to enhance people adherence to TB treatment, as well as promote quitting of tobacco use. In the US, I've also been doing a lot of tobacco research concerning the tobacco control in the state of Tennessee. Of course, as you can, Tennessee is one of the states with highest prevalence of tobacco use in the entire United States. So I do a lot of research on how to promote tobacco control, as well as how to promote cessation. And one of the key highlights of this was when I had a contract from the Department of Health to develop the Population Health Improvement Plan with my collaborators at ETSU College of Public Health in the community and behavioral health, as well as in epidemiology. And on this research, we worked mostly with students. So my research tried to find avenues to incorporate students into that kind of research. So we did that population health improvement plan, and the significance was that it became the basis for the state health plan. So that was highly significant, and to date we are still trying to implement components of the population health improvement plan. Currently, I also have a grant from the American Cancer Society to do tobacco-free campuses projects, and basically we are trying to promote 100% tobacco-free policies throughout the higher educational institutions in Tennessee. Then the last aspect of the research that I'll highlight is the issue of cardiovascular research. I'm very passionate about addressing the high prevalence of cardiovascular diseases as well as the cardiovascular related risk factors in the Central Appalachian region. So in 2012, 2013, I began a collaboration with one of my colleagues in Queensland College of Medicine to work on this issue of coronary artery calcium screening, which is a subclinical marker for coronary artery diseases. But I would also like to highlight the issue of trying to promote research and develop a link between the research and the community. And in this aspect, I will just point to the fact that I've been working mostly with the regional health department as well as the Sullivan County Health Department. It's interesting, and every kind of academic endeavor may have a background. Yeah. So personally, I like the area of I enjoy reading, so and writing. That's something that I picked up while as a kid. So and so research being something that you have to use, be engaged in reading and be engaged in writing is just like a hobby for me. So it's just an area that I'm highly excited about and passionate about. Yeah. But in telling you maybe how I just became engaged in all kinds of research that I'm doing is that, of course, as a graduate student, especially if you're a PhD person, you have to write a dissertation. And when I was working on my dissertation, I was just struggling to find a good topic. So I came across Professor Donley Studolo, who is currently retired and has been my advisor for quite a long time. And he's the one who started helping me to develop my research skills, giving me exposure to conference presentations and incorporating me in his research work. So from there, I moved on to the University of California, San Francisco, where I was lucky to have the opportunity to work with Stan Glantz, one of the leading experts and advocates in tobacco control. And over there too, I did a lot of health services and health policy kind of research. So those two activities, especially with the postdoc experience, provided a strong foundation for my research. And of course, that's what has become the basis of my work since I've been here at ETSU College of Public Health. Okay, so in this case, I think the issue that is worth talking about is some of my current work that I'm just doing. And as I said, I'm involved in a high level of collaborative research. And my partners are across all the departments and across colleges in ETSU. So what I'm currently working on is I do a lot of research on so many topics, just because I try to get students engaged in topic from topic. So we have so many things going on simultaneously, and we have been lucky. We've been able to, at minimum, present all our research results in conferences, either at the local, regional, or the national level. So currently, as I said, we have this patient outcome research institute grant that we are working on, which is the grant to create a research agenda. And of course, I'm also working on this ACS, or American Cancer Society, 100% tobacco-free campuses. And of course, as integral part of it, as I told you earlier, is the work with Sullivan County Health Department at Northeast Community College. Yeah, but beside that too, we do a lot of studies involving ETSU student population. And as you know, ETSU is one of the few colleges or universities in Tennessee that's having 100% smoke-free policies or tobacco-free policies. ETSU is actually tobacco-free policies, because the policy includes not only smoked but also smokeless tobacco products. So we've been working on that. We've been working on that at the both cross-sectional level, which is collecting the data at one point in time, as well as longitudinally. So those are some of the projects that I'm working on. In addition to that, I have this international project with the University of the Makerere University and the Center for Tobacco Control in Africa, where we are, and that project is actually funded by USAID, which is the United States Agency for International Development, where I and my collaborator, Dr. Park, we are the US government representatives on the ground, and our main objective is a form of capacity building and information transfer in the area of tobacco control. So last fall, we traveled to Kampala, and we organized a 3-day workshop on dissemination and implementation science. Then we had a site visit to the hospitals where we were collecting data, as well as made presentations to public health students, and as well as other students in the College of Public Health or School of Public Health at Makerere University. And the last one is, of course, as I said, we have been doing research on tobacco control in Africa. So that's also my area of specialty. And we keep on publishing papers out of the limited data that we have, particularly through the Global Youth Tobacco Survey and Global Adult Tobacco Survey. So those are our main sources of data. And in some cases, we have the demographic health survey. So just to wrap up on this topic, I just want to make sure and reiterate the fact that my research strongly involves students, and they involve students not only as data collectors, but they are also involved in the conceptualization of the ideas. And any student on any kind of research paper is treated as a co-equal or as a collaborator, and not just a student who has been put together with faculty members. So okay, so I think my main advice for any kind of person who is interested in engaging in research is try to identify an area that you are passionate about, because at times research can be tedious, difficult, boring, and usually when it gets to those levels or those times, it is your passion and your love for the subject area that keeps you going. So for students, how do you become passionate about the topic? Start to explore what the faculty members are doing, either even within the college or even outside the college, and talk to the faculty members. And I tell you, if a student faculty members doing research love to talk, and they also love to have volunteers, because we are all interested in developing the next generation of researchers. So we love students to come and ask us if they are interested in our work, and we'll be able to talk with you. At a minimum, I'm very, very interested in talking with any student who is because research is a lot of kind of work. We may see 12 pages of paper, we may see 6 pages of paper, but if you calculate the man hours that have been put into generating that 12 pages, that's a lot of work that is involved in that. So that's also the third point that I think you have to be engaging. And the other point that I think if you want to be a researcher, you have to be flexible and also develop thick skin. Yeah, if you have a soft skin, research is not a place for you, because I tell you, you'll be highly, highly disappointed. You may feel like, I've written this beautiful paper, I've written this beautiful grant, but they'll just, your colleagues or your peers will just punch holes in your research, and during that time, it could be depressing. But the bottom line is that at least all your colleagues and your peers are interested in good science. So for me, usually when I get search papers, I just reviews, critique, and everything. I just put them away for about a week or two, clear my head, then come back to them. And in any cases, in most cases, all the critiques have been very, very useful in improving both the quality and the substance. We are be prepared to work with people across your discipline, and that's a factor of what we call it interdisciplinary research. So regardless of if you are in a college of public health, try to identify a niche within the kind of research that is going on, and put yourself and try to fit yourself in that research. So be ready to volunteer for research. Yeah, even if it's few hours here and there to just clean a data or to even review a short article, I think it's worth it if you are interested or passionate about engaging in kind of research. So those are my key advice. But overall, passion, passion, passion.